Hi friends, what's up? It's Jamie here. Welcome back to another video. Now if you've been following me for a while, you might recall that last year around this time I made a video titled My Birthday Wish. If you're new here, my birthday month is February. My actual birthday is February 14th. This year I'm turning 21, and starting with my 20th birthday I decided that I wanted to utilize my birthday as a way to give back. I care very deeply for various social justice issues, and really the only real reason why I am as educated on social justice issues as I am is due to the Black, Indigenous, and creators of color that I follow on various social media platforms. And similarly to how I did it last year, I'm going to be highlighting 10 Black creators in this video that I follow on various social media platforms so that you guys can follow them if you aren't already following them already. I'll also be including the Venmos, Cash Apps, PayPals, etc. for each of these creators if they are available, so that if you want to compensate any of these creators for their work, you can do so. I'm doing this a little differently from how I did it last year. I mean, most of the creators that I highlighted last year were Black anyway, but this time around I've decided to specifically only highlight Black creators. Something that I am doing differently from how I did this last year is that instead of highlighting a different creator in each video that I upload in the month of February, I decided that I was just going to make one collective video where everybody's information is, just so it's easier to find. But I will be linking this video in all my other videos for the month of February. Also, every creator that I mention in this video's information will be displayed in the graphics of this video, as well as linked down below in the description. Also, I'm going to be using the chapters feature for the first time so that this video is easier to navigate. I've never done it before, but I will figure it out. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting with Kendra Austin. Kendra is a writer, model, and the founder of Third Cup, a dinner party and collective for women and femmes. The primary social justice issues that her content is centered around, although not limited to, are BIPOC issues, LGBTQIA+ issues, mental health, and fat phobia. You can find Kendra on Instagram and TikTok at Kendra Amorous, as well as if you would like to follow the Third Cup Collective, they have an Instagram at third.cup. Next up, we have Timothy Boykin. Tim is an autistic singer, author, and actor, as well as activist. The primary social justice issues that his content is centered around include, but are not limited to, autism, ableism, racism, and the intersectionality regarding autistic people of color. You can find Tim on Instagram and TikTok at The Black Infinity King. He has a Cash App at Timster100. His Venmo is at Tim-Boykin-4. He also has a book available titled Timster's World, So What Makes You So Special? Next up, we have Samyra Cambrielle. Samyra is an activist and singer. The primary social justice issues that her content is centered around, although not limited to, are fat phobia. Her Instagram is at Samyra Cambrielle. You can also find her on TikTok at Samyra. She also, at the time that this video is going up in about 2 days, her first ever single, Supermodel, will be available on Spotify and iTunes. And if you would like to pre-save the single, the link will be in the description of this video. Next, we have Erin Chambers. Erin is an activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: racism, sexism, misogyny, queerphobia, reproductive rights, the Free Palestine movement, and anti-Asian violence. You can find Erin on TikTok at Rinstar. Their Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal are all at WordLady907. They also have a Buy Me a Coffee link, which will be in the description of this video. Next, we have Kahlil Greene, otherwise known as the Gen Z historian. Kahlil is an activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: Black history, racism, particularly how many modern-day practices can be traced back to slavery, and how many of our current trends were originated by Black people. You can find Kahlil on Instagram at Kahlil.Greene, as well as on TikTok at Kahlil.Greene. His Venmo is at the Gen Z Historian, and his Cash App is KahlilGreene00. Next, we have Frederick Joseph. Fred is an author and activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: racism, patriarchy, toxic masculinity, colonialism, and LGBTQIA+ issues. You can find Fred on Instagram at fredtjoseph. His Cash App is fredtjoseph, and his PayPal is fredtjoseph. Fred also has the following books available: Patriarchy Blues, Better Than We Found It, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and The Black Friend. Next, we have Asiatu Lawoyin. They are a trans autistic activist, coach, and educator whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: racism, anti-Blackness, queerphobia, autism, ableism, childism, and intersectionality. You can find Asiatu on Instagram at asiatu.coach. They also have a podcast with a fellow autistic creator. The Instagram for this podcast is at audacious.autistics. Their Venmo is asiatu.coach. Their CashApp is asiatucoach. And they also have a Ko-Fi, which will be linked down below. Next up is Ijeoma Oluo. Ijeoma is an author and activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, though not limited to: anti-racism, intersectionality, abolition, LGBTQIA+ rights, trans rights, immigrant rights, and abortion. You can find Ijeoma on Instagram at Ijeoma Oluo, and she has the following books available: So You Want to Talk About Race and Mediocre. Next, we have Jordan Simone. Jordan is an activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: Black history, racism, LGBTQIA+ issues, trans rights, SA, misogynoir, environmentalism/climate change, abortion, and indigenous issues. You can find Jordan on Instagram at jordan.simone. The A in Jordan is replaced with an X. You can also find her on TikTok at jordan.simone, the same replacement with the A being replaced with an X, and her Cash App is JojoW127. And finally, we have Aurelia Valeriano. Aurelia is an activist whose content primarily focuses on the following social justice issues, although not limited to: racism, anti-blackness, misogynoir, LGBTQIA+ rights, disabled rights, police brutality, the Free Palestine movement, and Black history. You can find Aurelia on Instagram at shortblackfeminist. She also has a backup Instagram at thatshortwomanist, and her Cash App is shortblackgrl. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, everyone I mentioned in this video's links are down below in the description. My hope is that if you aren't already following these incredible creators, that you will give them a follow, and if you are able to, if you are in a position where you are able to, you can take it a step further and compensate them for their labor. For each creator whose payment information I was able to locate, I will be making my own donations once I get my paycheck. Let me know down below in the comments who your favorite Black creators are, or if you know of any Black people who are in need of mutual aid, please leave those links down below in the comments as well. Once again, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I upload Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, except when I don't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.